the Meishan pig originated in the Taihu region of China, and it was brought to the United States for the first time, only time, in 1989. It was part of an agreement between the Chinese government, the USDA, in partnership with the University of Illinois and Iowa State, and it was part of a research project that they were doing to specifically study the enormous prolificacy of these pigs. They have very large litters. 16 is kind of average, but it's not unusual for us to have litters of 18 all the way up to like 22 piglets in a single litter. They also reach sexual maturity very, very young. Boars are completely capable of breeding at 12 weeks of age, and gilts start to see their first heat cycles at 3.5 months old. So obviously the Meishans have a couple of unique characteristics. These big, long, floppy ears. This particular group has a little bit shorter, but we've got some that have ears that go all the way down past their jawline. The wrinkled faces, those are some of their very unique physical characteristics. They are considered basically a land race, meaning that they don't have a specific phenotype in terms of markings. You'll see some that have tall white socks. You'll see some that are all black. We don't use any vaccines. We don't use any subtherapeutic antibiotics. We don't use any hormones. Basically, they forage in these wooded hillsides. They're phenomenal, especially in the wintertime when all of the sugars and starches are in the roots of the blackberries. Meishans are also exceptionally good at digesting fiber, which isn't always common in pigs. And a lot of that has to do with a lot of their just unique innate qualities to the breed. They have the longest digestive system found in pigs, and they are actually capable of hindgut fermentation. We promote that quite a bit with the fermentation that we do, the probiotic fermentation that we do of their feed. Meishans are so efficient in digesting what they consume that we actually see very, very little of their feed in their manure, almost none. And I think that the fact that our farm doesn't smell like a typical pig farm that has 80 plus pigs on it is a factor strictly of the breed itself, its efficiency in digestion and its ability to consume higher fiber amounts, which is predominantly based on what they consume on the land. Secondly, we don't feed any corn or soy, and I really think that has a big impact as well. Meishan pigs tend to be very docile. Obviously, these guys are pretty active right now. They hear me talking, they know my voice, it's close to feeding time, and they're expecting either treats or food. But they're also very friendly. They're also incredibly gentle. Our biggest boars are over 500 pounds, and I can pretty much manhandle and push them around. I wanted to have a pig that I didn't have to be afraid of. I feel like I've got a really special relationship with all of our pigs, not just the ones we're growing up for pork like these guys, but also our breeders. I'm generally there almost every time a piglet is born. I try to be anyhow. Sometimes they like to surprise me with litters in the middle of the night. But they're just an incredibly gentle animal, very friendly. They're safe around kids. All of my kids are adults, but one of the things that the people who we've sold piglets to, and they're constantly sending me pictures and videos, is how nice it is to be able to know that your children can interact with your animals. And while they have to be taught, certain rules about being around livestock, I love to see pictures of, 4 and 5-year-old kids sitting right there with mama holding babies and being able to handle them and having the babies sleep on them. And I just think it's a beautiful sight.